Well, Merry Christmas. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast of Beyond Click and Cliff. This is a podcast where you can listen to while you're driving down the road to your family's house for Christmas, or you're just sitting back cleaning the house. You can listen to me. Hopefully, I can make you laugh, make you feel good inside, or something that makes you feel comfortable, or make you laugh. Hopefully, I don't make you cry. That would suck, but hopefully, I don't do that to you. Uh, so yeah, this is just a podcast where we do that, and I'm fixing my camera here so y'all can actually see me. And I should have done this before, but whatever. Last week we talked about Christmas movies. Well, guys, guess what? Today is Christmas Eve as this video drops, and I do want to wish every one of you guys a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holiday. And this is the last one before Christmas, so guess what we're going to talk about today? Christmas Day. I remember when I was a youngster, a little Cliff, in my room, trying to stay up all night so I can catch Santa coming down my chimney and get gifts. Never happened because I think about midnight I finally gave up and fall asleep every time. But y'all ever done that when you were a kid? Try to wait up to hear the Santa sleigh land on your roof and fall down your chimney. And I looked at then, hopefully there ain't no kids watching because this may be a spoiler. So if you are wanting to spoil or not get spoiled, do not watch this podcast because I'm just going to tell you there's some facts out there, and I'm not trying to ruin Christmas. Just kind of telling you the story, okay? Just kind of telling you the story of when I was a kid and how I got duped. Have you ever been duped? I've been duped. I remember when I was a kid, Christmas Eve, my dad's building a fire in the fireplace, and I looked at Dad, and I said, Dad, we can't have a fire in the fireplace tonight. And he looked at me, why? I said, ain't that how Santa comes down and through the chimney and dropping presents at the Christmas tree? He looked at me for a minute and he thought about it. He goes, nope, we gave him the key to the front door. I went, oh, cool. So, yay. That was exciting. I go, all right, Santa's got a key. I'm going to get something good. Because now you don't have to be afraid of heights. He just come in the front door and be good, right? So, but I remember Christmas Eve. I'm laying in bed and I'm thinking, this could be the day I see Santa. And like I said, I always fell asleep about midnight, so I never caught him. I guess I was later than midnight on his schedule of the world of dropping off presents. But hey, that's just the way it goes, right? Well, so I sit there and I fall asleep. I wake up, and then I wake up at 5. I'll walk out of my room, go down the hallway to where the Christmas tree was set up, and I look, and there'd be presents underneath the tree. And I'd get so excited, I'd run right back to Mom and Dad, jump on their bed, and say, Santa came. And not knowing what I know now, they probably just went to bed. Because this was like at 4 or 5 o'clock when I woke back up to go out there and see. Jumped on the bed. I hear my dad and mom grunt as I jump on them and say, Santa came, let's go open these gifts. I was so excited. My dad goes, go back to bed. How about a couple more hours? I said, no. Santa would not be happy if we let none of the knobs up and I couldn't have them. I don't want to be on the naughty list. Dad was a trooper. He'd go in there. And he kind of knew because he had coffee made already. And back then, Dad didn't have a coffee pot that had a timer on it where he could set a time. He actually had to go and brew it. So he had it brewed. He knew that what was going to happen. So he got his cup of coffee. Mom got her glass of water or whatever. She sat down on the couch. My dad got in his easy chair, his cup of coffee, and And I was looking at them, and Dad goes, "What are you waiting on?" I said, "I don't know. Somebody tell me go, I guess." And Dad goes, "Well, go." Went in there and I ripped open the gifts, and that was a good time. That was fun. Um, Opening them gifts like I've never opened a gift before. So good, so good. Enjoyed my time. I enjoyed it. Opening gifts, man, getting the stuff that I asked for, and some things I didn't ask for. I remember asking my dad, I go, because I wanted a puppy. We, my dad had a farm dog, and he was basically a work dog, worked cattle, and helped him get cattle up and all that stuff. So he wasn't really a pet. He was a working dog. Dad did not like anybody petting him. Pardon me. But yeah. So, yeah, he didn't like anybody petting him. He wasn't really a pet. He was a working dog. But I remember going to some place. I think it was a mall my mom took me to, and there was Santa Claus there. Got a picture taken. And I asked Santa, I want a puppy dog. That's not a work dog that I can have to play with for me. And I remember, and then Christmas Day comes around, and I didn't get the puppy dog. I asked Dad, I said, I asked for a puppy dog. What happened to it? And he just said, he goes, well, Santa didn't think you were good enough for a puppy. But look what else he got. He got you all these toys that you can, maybe next year. Man, I was bummed. I didn't get that puppy dog. I was like, I don't know. I think I was 6 years old when this conversation comes up, not knowing that there were a responsibility. My dad at that time didn't think I was ready for that responsibility to have a puppy dog or Santa didn't, and so he gave me some simple, toys. So of course at that time as a kid, I forgot, I got all these toys. I forgot about the puppy dog, after I asked Dad about it. It didn't break my heart. I just went on with what I was doing and playing with. I was playing with toys, and every so often I'll get clothes, but there was more toys than clothes, so I was happy. And my dad would be drinking coffee, and he would get done with coffee. After I get done with the presents, I helped Mom clean up the wrapping paper that was all over the living room because I made a mess doing it. And remember, my dad goes, well, we got to go do chores. And, it was a day. He still had to go milk them cows and feed them. Cattle didn't take a holiday break. They didn't take a day off. They needed to do what they needed to do. So I went with Dad, helped him do his stuff, and got home around, I don't know, we usually started around 7 and got home about 10 a.m. So it was only a couple of hours. We got home, we get back in at 10 o'clock, and Dad, Christmas Day, he would take normal day, he would go find something to do on the farm, work something, and do stuff around the house and stuff like that. But today, on Christmas Day, he'd just do the chores, come home, and spend it with me and my mama. And then afternoon chores, we'd go do them, and he'd come home and have dinner. Then we'd watch a Christmas movie or something. He did take, the day off that he could. He still had to go do stuff, so he didn't really, so he got half a day off, I guess. I don't know what you call it, but we sat there and the whole day we'd eat dinner. Mom would be slaving on the stove. Christmas time, my parents really thought that, Thanksgiving is when we go visit our extended family, aunts, uncles, grandma, grandpas, so on and so forth. Christmas was us, just us. And he always thought that we should just celebrate Christmas as us. So we just sat home and spent all day together, eat Christmas dinner, and he would eat Christmas dinner and just hang out and watch Christmas movies and take naps. My dad always took an afternoon nap on holidays. I guess it's his time to sleep. But it was a good old time, and I appreciated it, and I appreciated my family for doing it. But y'all remember when you were a kid, waking up to Christmas gifts. Some of you may not have. Somebody may not be as fortunate as I was, and that really stinks. I think everybody should enjoy Christmas, but Christmas ain't really about getting, it's about giving. And I'll find that out later on in life. I prefer now, with my family, I'd rather give to them and see their excitement on their face, and that's what brings me joy. That's my gift. I don't care if I have a gift at all. I just want to see them smile and open up a gift. That's been my goal ever since I grew up. Even with my parents, when they were still alive, I would, when I got a job, I'd go buy them gifts, and I would wait to open mine so they would open theirs first. Because that was my present. That's what I wanted to do. And I still that way today. It's funny. When you're a kid, it's always about what you're getting. When you get older, it's about what you can give. And that's the beauty of this holiday is the giving and helping somebody out. And that's what I enjoy doing. This year, I did something out of my comfort zone. My wife, she takes care of people in their own homes. I don't really call them traveling nurse, but she just takes care of them. Cooks for them and helps them out, play games with them, spends the day with them. That's her job. Just basically a nurse's aide kind of deal, but in their own home. And she has this one. Her name is Jenny. And she has a bunch of stuff wrong with her. She has cerebral palsy. She had cancer. She's, homebound. She can't really get out. And she, in a wheelchair, she's half blind. A lot of things. And my wife came to me a while back and asked me, she goes, what do you feel about dressing up as Santa? I'm like, what do you mean? Everybody that knows me on my channel knows that they call me Santa because of my beard. I always have. And I'm like, why? And she told me that about her patients. She don't really can't get out to go see Santa. And she's, her brain's still a child. She I don't know what you call it. She's more of a child. She's 50 years old, but she only functions like a child. And their parents wanted to see about getting a Santa out there. So my wife went and bought a Santa outfit. And I put it on. And I went and she took me out there. I acted Santa for about 15 minutes. Made her day, man. She was so happy, excited that Santa came a special visit for her, and she was so excited, and I enjoyed it. That's something I didn't think I would ever enjoy, but I actually enjoyed it. It was a good thing. I ain't saying that to get y'all to think that I'm a good guy. Where I just enjoyed it because it made her smile, made her day, and a memory. And that's all these things are for. So, guys, I don't know, but I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. I want you all to have fun, spend time with your family. If you're listening to this podcast, I enjoy each and every one of you. So, back to what I say at the end of every podcast. Do unto others that you want done to yourself. Be somebody's light and somebody's darkest cloud. They could be having a day. A hello from you or a Merry Christmas or a Happy Holiday from you could brighten their day. And then make it all worthwhile. Guys, until the next one, be safe out there. Merry Christmas. Happy Holidays. Bye-bye. See ya. See you next year. No, there will be one more. But anyway.